Lit. Alright, sorry about that. Felt like last second I need to get a hat because I haven't fucking gotten a haircut in forever. What's going on, chat? What's going on, stream? Hope you're all having a fantastic day, evening, morning, night. Hope we're all doing well. Alright, let's get to it, huh? Let's get to it. Got a couple things on my desk. Sorry for the late start. I was trying to figure out how to be able to get OBS to read my iPad easily. And I couldn't find like a straightforward like answer. I mean, I found ways to do it, but there weren't the ways I was kind of hoping, where it was just going to be do like a, be able to like mirror the screen or something, and then just capture the display or whatever. It's just kind of more annoying than I anticipated, unfortunately. There were ways, but they just weren't ideal. I figured out one way, but it was so cumbersome. It was just like there were just so many different like wires and stuff like that. Just I had like from the iPad, I had USB-C to like the little hub that I have for it. Then from there was an HDMI to the dongle piece that has the HDMI to USB, and then that hub, that dongle connected to the computer. And it was just like, it's just a lot of wires. It's just a lot of wires, and I'm just like, this is not ideal. This is not what I want. So that wasn't gonna work. I mean, it worked, but it was just too much. It wasn't sustainable. So, but yeah, man, we back live though. Like I said, sorry for the late start. Let me open up our files, and then I'll probably bust out the tablet, and we'll utilize that. I just hope that, do I have the wire readily available back here? I know I like hid it behind here, but because this, ever since I like moved my monitors around a little bit, there's like no space at all anymore. Okay, yeah, it's in. I purposely kind of stuck it upwards. All right, so we're fine. So let's pull that out. This is honestly better anyway, realistically. A little dusty. I just wish I had a bigger desk, man. I feel like there's not enough room. Right. Let's try to get a little organized here, shall we? What do we say? What do we say? This should actually, because this ends up becoming, yeah, we'll do that. Jeez. Okay. Oh, I didn't even think about this. Is this gonna, nah, it's not gonna reach over because the cable's super short. Dude, I'm the type of person that I like a clean desk. And right now, we're just not getting it. We are just not getting it. That seems to be the most that I can do there. I should have foresaw this though with the cable. Right now, I don't have enough cable length to pull it as far as I want to, but for what we're doing, which is really just some basic sketches, you know, it's not really a big deal. Okay, good. Take off this. God damn, that fucking stays on there. Pretty tight. Ow. Okay. Let's not waste any more time, shall we? We've already wasted enough time. Where are we at? Here? Alright. So, realistically, we're just trying to update our sketch today, you know? We're just vibing out. Specifically, actually, what I should do is I should open up the Milanote project that had those really rough sketches that I did from last time and pull those in. Oops. Gotta sign back in, that's a little annoying. School, thesis, okay. Alright, gonna zoom in here a little bit on my sketch. It's gonna be kind of in the way, but actually no, it's gonna end up disappearing the second that I click on Photoshop. All right, so specifically what I wanted to do was update this. I'm curious to see how many we actually have here. And then also let's make this bigger, just this this space bigger. We're gonna make that like 8 by 8 maybe. Just so we have a little bit more space to work with. Because we were kind of cutting it kind of tight. Alright, so this is all of our sketches on the side here. How many do we have here and how many do we need? Last time we ended up saying, I kind of wish that I wrote this better, but we had the rough length. I think we were saying that the width of each thing was going to be 1.25 inches. Height was 1.25 inches. The divot, or not the divot actually, it's the spacing on each side was going to be 0.375. And in total, we needed 13 divots. Okay. And I think that was standard. So We're gonna go ahead and do that for one. So how many do we have right now? We need 13 to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, we need to make a couple more. Hey yo. You can kind of tell that this brush is slightly different, but does it bother me? Yes. Is it gonna have to do? Yes. Right off the bat, though, I can already tell that working on the tablet is just a lot easier. The reason why, though, is just because like you're being able to see where you're putting your you know, tool, whatever you're using. Being able to see where you're putting that just makes life so much better. How many are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One more. Okay. You can almost sort of tell too, like the bias that my like positioning is at, where I kind of naturally get my what's the word I'm looking for? It's like just like the angle that I'm at. Like if I'm trying to write straight, like I don't know, just feels weird. All right, so those are our divots. Or gaps, rather. We have 13 gaps. Spacing between each of them is going to be 0.25. Cryptic was good, baby. Was good, brother, man. Good to see you, bro. How do I want to do that? Just so we don't disturb what's going on. Dude, I was waiting for you to stream the day you said you were going to stream. Didn't realize it was through YouTube, not Twitch. Yeah, I need to, you're not the first person to mention that. I need to create like a schedule, and like have that posted so that people kind of know like what to expect and like what days and times and stuff. I definitely need to get on that for sure. That's on me. That's on me. I just still haven't gotten around to that. Okay. Now we got 13. 13 gaps. Why do I have 9 inches? 9 inches being what's the total? That's what 13 times 0.25 is, I believe. Modern Warfare 3 drops in a couple hours. Can't wait. Yeah, man. It drops for you at what? 9 p.m. PST, right? Cause you're West Coast, right? I might have forgotten, but yeah, I think so. Okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure. I'm looking at the global map that they had. I'm pretty sure it's 9 p.m. But I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. What am I thinking of next? This probably. This is going to end up being 0.375 inches, of course. I'm working on homework. Just ordered that chicken again. Oh yeah, life is good. Life is good, baby. He's feeling good about that. Yeah, nah, that shit look bomb. No cap. That's 0.375. What else we have? I think we said the end pieces need to be 0.5 inches. We're gonna have to, do the math on this, but life is good, you know what I mean? I can extend this more. I don't need to have this so pushed up. That's better. Okay, now I think I just need to do math to make sure that this is checking out. Did I tell you one time I ordered food and either the Dasher or my neighbor stole my food? Wait, that ass. Was this recently? Was that a recent event? Happened like a couple months ago. Damn. That's annoying as fuck. It was probably the Dasher, no? Like 2-3 months ago. How long was the food sitting there? Did it sit a long time? I apologize if anyone has an Alexa right now and I'm coming through the speaker, but I'm about to ask a quick math problem. What am I gonna ask though is the real question. If I could think of math. What am I thinking of here? Am I looking for the amount of divots? Wait. Oh, wait, okay. Hang on. Not yet. You're lucky. Like 5 minutes, I was playing Call of Duty Ranked and I was distracted. It had to be the Dasher. In 5 minutes, that shit was gone. I doubt it was the neighbor. That's kind of crazy if it was the neighbor, though. I'm not gonna cap. So this is okay. I see it now. I see my lines here. Because that's one. That's a space. Then wait. Okay. Wait. No. I got it. There to there. That's my gap. Okay. Let me get, or I could just lower opacity. So I made a rule to never play when ordering food, so that doesn't happen again. That's funny. Let's go 25% actually. And just for the sake of. Alright, so we got that. We've got that. People are crazy though, man. I hope it was worth it for whoever that was. You know, I hope it was worth it. They must have been hungry as hell. Now it's not worth it for me. I'm starving. Well, yeah, of course. And I had a bad day that day. Just it all adds up, huh? Okay. Let's see what I gotta do next. Boom. Boom. What is this supposed to be? 1.25. Let me do this on a separate layer. What have I been doing? Okay, so that can go on this one. Oh, no, it's 1.25. Because I ordered Pollo Loco and they said they didn't have rice and beans, so I told the guy I wanted a refund. Ah, shit. Did you get it? Did you end up getting it? Bro, it's so fucking tough when you're like, there we go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. Okay, and those are all 1.25 inches. Yeah, I did. Then that's when I ordered the cheesesteak and got stolen. Then after my friend saw how pissed I was, so he got me Chick-fil-A. Wait, you had 2 orders? Oh, wait. No, this is not the same day of it getting stolen, right? Or is what got stolen the cheesesteak? It was the same day. So that was a second order that got stolen? Oh, the cheesesteak was the one that got stolen. Okay, I see. So you wanted something else, but then they didn't have it, so you wanted a refund. So you ended up getting a cheesesteak, but then that got stolen, and then your boy hooked it up and got you Chick-fil-A. That's crazy. That's an unfortunate set of circumstances. That is wild. Jeez. I would have felt bad too, to be honest. Alexa. Excuse you, bitch. Alexa, what is 1.25 times 6?
1.25 times 6 is 7.5.
Okay. So that gives us that. These, what did we say these were going to be? 0.5? Okay, but wait, we have gaps now. So what are our gaps? Our gaps are 0.25 in theory. Anyone else anal about their note taking sometimes? Gotta make sure like it's written right. And then we have technically 1, 2. I don't want to write it like that because I feel like I'm just it's gonna be tough to see. I don't know, we'll do it in like a gray or something. We'll try to write it lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 of those. Okay. Alexa, what's 0.25 times 7?
0.25 times 7 is 1.75.
5 inches. Okay. So then that gives us, what is that? Alexa, what's 7.5 plus 1.75?
7.5 plus 1.75 is 9.25.
Okay. Alexa, what's 12 minus 9.25?
12 minus 9.25 is 2.75.
7.5. Alexa, divide that by 2.
2.75 divided by 2 is 1.375.
1.375. That leaves too much gappage here. That's too much. Dude, yesterday I was gonna get tacos from a street vendor near my house. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. What happened? What happened with the tacos, bro? My brother and dad went and saw all the food in the floor because some gang member tossed the food on the floor and punched the cook in the face, and his wife was hit too. So what the fuck? Jesus Christ. What, they get the guy's fucking order wrong? What a fucking asshole. Dude, that's fucking wild. Was he like shooken up real bad, or it was just like, you know, regardless, it still sucks, but you know what I'm saying? Oopsie. Now he just showed up and did it? Fucking assholes, bro. Fucking people in this world. Dude, this makes a weird ass sound when I hit it. Yeah, too much gappage. Too much gappage. Because that's divided by 2, so that's 1.375 inches for both of these end pieces here, but that's way too much. I want that to be similar to what these end up being, which is what we said was one. Okay, so what we do then is we just make each individual block, instead of 1.25, we make that like 1.5. That probably solves our issue. Okay. Alexa, what's 1.5 times 6?
1.5 times 6 is 9.
Okay. I think that's why I have 9 inches there at the right there, because that's actually what it's supposed to be, not 1.75. So it's gonna end up being 1.5. Then that becomes 9. So then we have adding those two up. So instead of it being that's 10, that's 10.75. 10.75, and then that leaves us 1.25, right? Because it's 25 makes 11, yeah, 1.25. Divide that by 2. What the fuck is that? It's 0.375. I think that's where I got the other one at. I think. Alexa. Bastard. Alexa. What is 1.25 divided by 2?
1.25 divided by 2 is 0.625.
Oh, 625. I'm done. So that's what these are going to be? 0.625 inches thick. And what would the normal ones be? These wouldn't, if it's 1.5, the gap is 0.25. That leaves 1.25 remaining. So you need 2 of them. Oh, it's the same thing. Oh, okay, wait. I think we fucking nailed it. I think we nailed it. Food is halfway there. Bet. Hopefully it doesn't get stolen. One can only hope. Yeah, because now the ends are going to be 0.625, which are these pieces. And then these will also be, all of the ones on the inside will also be 0.625. So all those little studs will be the same, which is nice. So it'll all be cohesive. Okay, so we got the math. Now I'm going to make sure I arrive at the same time. Oh, shit. Alright, let's double check our math real quick, but I think we're good though. So our gaps are 0.25. We times that by 7 because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 gaps that the dividers would go through. So we times that, that's 1.75. We then have the length of these sort of sections are going to be 0.5 inches, right? And we times that by 6, that's 9. We take then the 2, so we have 9 plus 1.75. That gives us 10.75. And that is going to be the length from here all the way to here. Right. Then we're still missing this length and this length, which is really just that little stud part. So then we take the full length that I want it to be, which is 12 inches, to be a foot long. That foot long would then make, so then it's 12 minus the 10.75, which is 1.25. We have 2 ends, so that's going to be 1.25 divided by 2, which Alexa said was 0.625. And then when we were just kind of doing the math here, 1.5 minus the 0.25 for the middle, for the gap, which is going to then be 1.25, which is the same thing here. Divide that by 2. Yep, I think we should be good. Chat. we should be good. All right, so now what I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna clean this up because I don't need all this math here. So let's just grab our eraser. Let me just actually, before I do that, let me just write the relative. So those pieces are 1.25 inches, and then the gaps are going to be 0.625 inches. And I think that's all I realistically need. Because, like, in theory, yeah, because technically, if we just add up all of these little... Actually, no, not all of them. Just that and that, because that's not accounted for. And then that and that, which isn't accounted for. It can be. Hang on. Let me think this through. What is this lo-fi? We got some like Spanish music on. Okay. Oh, whoops! I paused it. Damn it! I didn't click back in. There we go. Because we have 6 of those. In terms of individual gaps, we have 2 of those that we need to account for. And then small gaps, which is 0.25, we have 7. And so if we add all of this up, this should equal to 12. But we did the math already, so. But these are all the important parts. Okay. Hello? Ah, that was the wrong one. Okay, this one. The fuck? I keep clicking on that one. There we go. Alright, so now this is still relevant. That's still fine. This is wrong. Both of these are wrong. So I actually don't even need both of them. Which one is that on? This one. In fact, actually, I want to take that off of there because I want to keep... Well, we have a lot of stuff written down on that. That's fine. We'll just do it anyway. Got it? W. No one jacked G shit. Okay. So these are still correct. Right? This is still 0.25 inches. Excuse me. I guess actually, by the way, we could just put this in there. Okay. So that's that. These gaps, we're gonna write. I don't know why we have. What were these? Oh, this is 1.5 inches. I want to write that better. Gotta be anal about your notes, man, you know? It's 1.5 inches. Don't need that, it's fine. This is 0.25 inches. We'll just erase this other one. Because all of these are the same. And then these tops are 0.625 inches, correct? Yeah. $13 gaps. That's these, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that should be that. So if we were to do, or no, yeah. Why do I have 7? Oh, because I'm not accounting for these in the middle. I'm not accounting for that. Okay, so since, yeah, I don't want that to confuse me, I'm just going to get rid of that, I think. Because I don't want to yell out a bunch of math. I'm going to do this one on my phone. Just want to double check. Yep. Okay, so now that we have that, now we need the top part to sort of correspond with that. And what I kind of want to do is I want to divvy these two up. So I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to erase the top part. I'm going to take that, group it. So that should just be the bottom. Move that over slightly. Now we got this. We are going to erase this part. Now, how many of these do we need? We need 6 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need one more. One more. A little bit more awkward putting this down. That's okay. They're like little huts. It's kind of funny. Alright. And because I kind of want it to almost like line up in terms of the sketch. I mean, it's not exact, but you can kind of get the idea. The clamp on top. Oops. Okay. Let's fill these in so that it makes sense. Do we do that 50? No, I think we do that 25, 25, 25. Yeah. Okay. Let's erase some of this. Just kind of clean it up just a tad bit. Don't gotta be perfect. All right, cool. Put this back up to 100. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that corresponds down low. Those blocks are 1.5 inches long. I'm just going to kind of reinstate. These gaps are 0.25 inches. And these little bits are 0.625 inches. Now, my only concern that I didn't quite foresee, but I'm not sure how we can sort of... I mean, it's not really an issue, but, like, technically speaking, right? I'm just going to create... Where the fuck is my... Okay, it's there. So if I grab... I'm just going to do something like this to act like that divider, because we're looking at the side view, right? So if we put that divider, in theory, like here, right? We put that divider here. It'll work because these two will be sort of in between, so it's gonna get kind of locked in, right? And it has a divot down below that it could sit in. It's not perfectly aligned, but maybe we could try to get that to align at some point. But that works, right? This piece won't really move forwards or backwards. But when we put it into this slot, the very first or the very last, what it won't have is anything supporting it on one of the sides, particularly on this side you know. Right now it's not lined up. You can sort of tell that it's not right there, but it's not a big deal, but it's just whether or not how deep this is, if that's enough, you know, depth for it to sort of work, you know. Actually, I didn't even note that. What is the height for this thing? Is it 1.5? It's gonna be 1.5 by 1.5 to make it a cube. I mean, we can make it longer, because that's not really an issue. It's just that obviously then the piece of glass needs to correspond with that. But if we make it longer, then oh, I just realized I'm gonna have to cut that acrylic glass. It's a little unfortunate. Not by much, but it's gonna have to get slightly cut because of this, you know, because I want the entire piece to be 12 by 12, which I think might be a good thing to kind of include here. Just gonna add a. So from here, let me get in close. Oop. Such a shit line. Could just do that. Wait, that doesn't work? What? Wait, why doesn't holding shift work? The fuck? I'm full, still got leftovers. So good. Ooh, we got more for later. That guy was munching. Let's just do 1 foot. Actually, no, because everything we've been doing is in inches, so. Jesus Christ, that is off course. Where are we at? Come on. Dude, that feels so off. It's weird. Oopsie. It's supposed to be a cube. So theoretically then, if we have 1 point, if we, let me think. I want to go halfway down. If the size of it is 1.5 inches, the length is 1.5 inches, then it'll be 0.75 inches deep. All right. So if we make this 1.5 inches, this height in here, let's get rid of this. Oh, that kind of bothers me. Sorry. I think that's how that has to work, because that way it leaves us with half, like it's at that midpoint. So this depth would be 0.75 inches, meaning when we cut the acrylic glass, we're gonna have to cut off 1.5 inches from either the top, bottom side. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but the glass is gonna be ever so slightly, because then, like I said, I want the height to still maintain to be. Actually, wait, no, more than that, because there's two sides to it, both sides. So, no, I'm right. This is already 0.75. That's how much it's going to insert, but this is how much is left, right? That it's not going to sit all the way up here. I mean, it could. I mean, there's nothing really stopping me from doing that. Do we have it sit deeper into the piece? Or not? If it sits deeper, then there's less glass that's going to be shown in the middle. But by making it deeper, it does technically help us with that one issue that we were going to have technically with the the divider, this part not having any support on this side, on this hole, because in theory this, you know what, I could just like rotate that just so it kind of, you know, looks bad, but you know. But yeah, there's not going to be any support on this side, just from down here. So if we make it deeper, it'll sit better. It won't wobble as much. Unless on this last piece, on these end pieces, we kind of create a little lip, you know, a little thing that juts out. Remember how I got acid reflux? Well, that mango habanero is hitting my stomach right now. I'm gonna take a pill real quick. Oh shit, here we go. That shit hitting a little too much. Hitting a little too much. Yeah, do what you gotta do, bro. Do what you gotta do. Yeah. That end piece, do we create another one? But then, like, the dimensions won't sit right. Like that last piece would look something like that. Like a two-parter. Oh, well, yeah, I think we just create what's down here. So this piece, this whole section, we just do that. Like we, you know, the end pieces would just look like that. So instead of it just being that, it's 1.5 plus the 2.5 plus the 0.625. So what the fuck is that? Alexa, what is 1.5 plus 0.25 plus 0.625?
1.5 plus 0.25 plus 0.625 is 2.375.
So that last piece would be 2.375 inches wide of this section here. Yeah, we just do that because it doesn't add anything extra because the bottom piece is already accounted for being 12 inches wide. This was actually going to end up being smaller in theory. So that's what we do. Okay. So, and then we don't have to worry about, oh, but wait, no, there is an issue. Fuck. No, there's a reason why we can't do that. The reason why we can't do that is because these top pieces, right? With these top pieces, the glass. So if we just take, right, if we just take that, we'll change the color so it's easier to see. The glass is gray, right? The glass, this glass piece is going to be attached to the top piece here, up top here. This is going to be like bonded together. So so that way you're able to handle the glass without touching the glass. You handle it from the top piece. You know, you can actually lift it up and out if you wanted to. So that's why this end piece I can't have an end piece there, because if we have an end piece there, it's no longer gonna fit anywhere else. So that's the issue. So it kind of has to dangle, annoyingly. Yeah. But now it won't be a perfect cube though, because the top will have to, Is there any way to compensate? Like, does the top need to be wider then? No, right? Because if we make the top wider, then the rectangle... Why do I keep calling it a rectangle? The divider. This divider won't fit anymore. Because if it's wider, it needs to have that extra gap so it could slide in between them. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's going to have to be a gap. Or not a gap, but just no end support here. That's interesting. I was like wondering what the buttons would do here. Yeah, there's just not going to be any end piece there. La 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 la. It is what it is. So it's gonna be glass planes being held by these dividers in order to make it look like a cube. Yeah, basically. What's the black thing? The black thing is a divider. It's literally, imagine just a piece of cardboard painted black, if anything, or maybe it won't be painted black, maybe it'll be a different color, but it's supposed to sort of stop. It's a divider so that you can't see through the rest of the glass. You know, so if I have a bunch of these glass pieces, going through, right, and you look through it, if you look through it from this direction, you could see all the way through up until the divider. But if someone were to come up and say, hey, I want to put this here, and then they move that there, now I can only see up until here. So, because of that. So that's the idea. That's the gist. Only issue, like I said, is that like the end pieces won't have support. One of the ends Not both, but one of them won't have support on the very end. Like support as in like it'll technically be able to like fall to one direction. I'm just hoping that the depth of the groove is enough that it, you know, it won't be an issue. You know what I'm saying? But that's where prototyping will have to come into play. As of right now, we'll leave it at 0.5 inches deep. But if we need to, I mean, shoot, at the end of the day, the glass panes just become a little bit, the viewing, you know, sort of space that you have with the glass will just be a little bit less. Because then what we do is we're just going to have it, instead of it being 1.5 inches, or actually no, you don't even need to mess with that. Like we could just have this kind of insert even deeper up until like there, and then instead of it being 1.5, then it's 1. So it's going to be leaning a bit, the endpoints. Yeah, technically. So that's why it's a little bit of a worry. I think that's the only area that it's like, I'm not sure how it's going to go, you know? I mean, I guess I could theoretically experiment in a really shitty way of just getting like, I can just get like 2 books or something like 2 blocks of some kind that are 1.5 inches, or maybe just the depth of it just needs to be 0.75 inches, and then just grab like a piece of cardboard or something and just like stick it in between, see how much it leans. But like I said, it's only on one side though, because the other side, unless you decide to put that divider on, oopsie, I don't know. Unless you decide to put that divider on this side, then the same result will happen. This is actually not in the right spot. It's supposed to be like this. It just looks like shit because my sketch doesn't line up properly, but like this divider sits, because my sketch is so shit, it's gonna have to sit like, you know. Something like that. So like you can tell that on this side there's no support. It hangs off at the top. But that wouldn't be an issue on this side anymore. You see what I mean? Like it's only one side. It just depends if the divider's on the end or not. If the divider's on the end or not, that's when the issue arises. When it's not on the end, it's in the middle, it's not an issue because the glass panes are attached to these tops. So those won't be any issue. The more I think about it, though, because now I'm also thinking about the glass panes, the fact that they are attached to these top blocks, right? These top bars, because these bars are going to be like this long, right? This is just the side profile. The fact that these would be attached to this, which would then make it top heavy, I actually don't think that 0.75 inches of depth is enough. The more I think about it, for the divider, it might be fine because it's just the divider. But the fact that there would be a block attached to the top, I mean, I'm just like looking at a ruler right now. I don't think 0.75 is enough. Like in actuality, I feel like it needs to be like 2 inches in depth. Like 2 inches in depth, I would feel pretty like safe about. That's like a good amount. An inch is kind of like, okay, it could or may not work. 1.5 seems like it would work for sure as well. This is just, I don't know, intuition. But yeah, I don't think 0.75 inches is enough. At least for it to feel safe, you know what I mean? Like, because people are gonna be like handling this thing. So I think we gotta switch that up. These blocks, so now these blocks aren't going to be perfectly square, which is fine. It's more about the dimensions of the entire piece that I want it to be sort of like in this cube shape. The handles themselves do not need to be. That can be off. That could be sort of slightly elongated. So this, instead of it being 1.5 inches, I need to group all these together. Just get those out the way. So I don't think that can be that. And I don't think that can be that. I'm thinking if I need my depth to be 2 inches. I mean, shoot, is 3 inches in height way too much? Damn, I should get my homework done. Probably should. Do what you gotta do, brother. I'm gonna be out of here kind of soon. Maybe in like 15 minutes or so. So maybe I won't distract as much. Hello. 3 inches. 3 by 1.5. I mean, that kind of makes sense. It's a 1-to-2 ratio, which I kind of like. Just, you know, when numbers work out like that. So that gives us 2 inches in depth. So it's 2 inches there, 2 inches there. That's 4 inches. So we're going to have to take off 4 inches from the 12. So the glass pane is going to be 8 inches tall that you see it in. I mean, I would feel a lot better about that. I would end up feeling a lot better about that. I mean, this doesn't mess up our numbers at all because it was mainly about width, right? We were mainly looking at width here with this, and this. All of those can stay the same. In terms of height, it doesn't matter how high or how deep these go because those numbers won't change. So that's good. So that can stay the same. That can still, like I said, be 1.5 inches. 0.625 inches, 0.25 inches, and then yeah, we just make that maybe 3 inches, make the depth 2 inches so that there's at least 1 inch of gappage of like support, you know what I mean? Yeah, because these end pieces, the support that they will get is from all of this structure in between. We're not going to comment on that. Those end pieces get their support from all the material here. So the less material we have up top, the more likely this is going to break off. Because if this piece came all the way in right up to the very top, this would break off pretty easy. So that's why we need to have a decent amount of support there. But an inch of support should be enough. That should be more than enough. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna look to do that. That then makes, like I said, the glass is going to end up being, which we can make another group on. Let's just also just tidy this up. Where are we at? This is nothing. Not seeing it, so yep, I can delete that, I guess. I don't know what that was. Take those 3, group. Should name those at some point. let's just grab. We're gonna make this a 2-inch by 2-inch square. I'll make that lighter. We're just trying to make that seem like glass. Okay. So what then needs to end up happening is we're saying that we're taking off what's 8 by 12. What is that? 4, 8, 12. That's a 2 by 3. It's 2 by 3. 2 by 3. Let's do it on my phone. Calculator. Is it 1.333? Oh, whoops. I've got to unlink this. That seems way too short. No. Is that correct? No, I don't think that's correct. Divided by 8. Wait, is that actually true? I feel like that's so fucking short. I guess that's the viewing angle. And then if we were to just duplicate that and put one behind it. Now we have an inch. Okay, so that's by 10, 1.2. .66. Sorry, what's good, brother man? What's up, bro? How you doing, Steve? Doing all right, man. Doing all right. How about yourself, brother? Oopsie. Doing great. That's what's up, man. Glad you're doing that. Glad you're doing all right, bro. Having yourself a good day, you know. It's W's. That's W's. Oops. Let's do that. Where are we at? What did we say this was? 8, right? Yeah, I think it was 8. And then this. It's 10. Really shitty lines, but it's all G, baby. It's all G. Trying to make a stream transition at the moment. Have an idea in my head. Want to execute it correctly. Going with a blue theme for it. Okay, nice. Awesome. That's what's up. Do you have any way to show your progress so far, or have you not started it quite yet? Curious to see how that's going for you. Brother Fruit made me sleepy. Got yourself like a Thanksgiving fucking meal going on right there. Let me just double check my work here. So we have an inch left of space. That's 3 inches tall. 3 inches tall. So what you're seeing is 6. Oh wait, you're only seeing 6 inches worth of. Wait, that might be. I don't know about all that. I don't know how I feel about that. I have 8. I thought it was 8, but I think it's actually 6. Just started, but going with a gradient and topographic background with a swipe in. Oh, okay, nice. I'm liking it. I'm liking what I'm hearing. If the side is 3 inches and the whole thing is supposed to be 12 inches tall, yeah, that cuts into it. That's only end up going to be 6 inches. That is ass. Huh. This is just like a viewing angle that you get. Six inches? And then what does the total glass actually end up being? If the depth is 2, so the actual glass then ends up being 8. I mean, that's kind of shit. I mean, essentially, you're getting a landscape. You're getting a 1x2 viewing angle. I mean, I guess that's not bad. It's just that, like, when I envisioned the cube, I imagined that the viewing angle was also going to be... Obviously, it probably wasn't going to be exactly cube-shaped in terms of the viewing angle, but I didn't think it'd be completely squished down to a landscape. I also need to move this stuff over. Oh no. Where are those parts? Wait, could you explain what this is again? I know it's for school, but I forgot everything from last stream. You're good. You're good. I'll explain that in a second. Let me just. I see Cryptics. He's got some homework he's doing. Which of the following is an example of metadata from a web page? A, the title of the web page. B, the body of the web page. C, an H1 tag on the web page, or all of the above. Metadata for a web page. All of that is extremely familiar. I want to say title of a web page, the body of a web page, H1. I think it's all of the above because that's my guess. Reason why I think is because title of a web page, that is, I think metadata is like a general term, no? It's just all of the data within a web. Like, I don't know. That's just like my reason behind it. Because I know H1 tag, I think it's D. That's what I'm thinking too. Because H1 tag is basically describing, it's just you're letting, I don't know who you're letting know, but you're letting know, like, for lack of a better term, the internet know that this is a heading, like this is like a very important heading part. And then the body is just, it's just another version, essentially. I don't know. I don't want to keep explaining and just sounding dumb, but I feel like it makes sense in my head. Metadata is like stuff that describes the code, like author, date created. And it shows that title is under the category. None of this really looks like meta, but D would be safe. I always saw metadata as just like the internal data of whatever you're looking at. You know what I mean? I saw it more as a general term, but I know what you mean though, Sora. Shit, Google helps out a ton. You know? Well, just search up. I can't just like search on Google real quick. Like, is just as an example, like, is an H1 tag considered metadata? And then also search up, does the title of a website be considered metadata? You know what I mean? And then if both of them are, I'm sure the last one is too. ChatGPT. All right, so let me explain this real quick. It's only title. Damn, look at us. We're all dumb. Really? It's only title. Huh. And we're all out here thinking we're smart and shit. Yeah, put it as the answer. It was right. Damn. Yeah, we're all just dumb as fuck. You know what I'm saying? All right. So yeah, basically, sort of to put this in layman's terms, this is my thesis project for my master's degree, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create a visual representation of, think of it like Photoshop, being able to literally come in and hide things, right? Be able to stack things in a different order and not have things be certain, like set in the way that they are. It's interactive. You can play around with it a little bit. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to showcase with each of the layers, each of them being a different medium, each of them being a different way of creating something. So I have these images as reference, but you can sort of see, granted this probably was painted, but you can just imagine that the model was photographed, and then you have these paint splatters, so you're having the idea of creating something via paint, right? What else is there? Typography, so like adding in the graphic design aspect of things, of adding in something digitally created, and I kind of consider typography being one of the like more key ones. But then at the same time, also incorporating AI generated imagery and trying to illustrate the idea that the fact that AI has now come into the creative space, into the creative field, a lot of people are very negative towards it. They don't like it. They think that it takes away from creativity. And my stance is that I think it's an extra tool. It's nothing different from when we went from painting something to photographing something. Everyone at the time was very sort of adamant that, oh, what's the point of painting something if you could just take a photo of it? For me, it's just another tool. It's another way of expression. It's another way of creativity. It's just another layer at the end of the day. So I'm using Photoshop as sort of the it helps me sort of think about it conceptually of the fact that you can create things in layers, but then hide layers, be able to reorganize it afterwards. It's not set in stone, right? It's like you can rearrange it after the fact, and just show off all the different mediums in the sort of layered format. And so the way I'm doing that is putting them on glass, on acrylic glass, and in this sort of structure that's going to be 12 inches by 12 inches by 12 inches. So trying to keep it as close to a cube as possible. There's going to be multiple, not just one. There's going to be probably, depending how the process goes, I mean, shoot, I was thinking maybe having like 9 of them to try to make a cube in the sense of like, you know what I mean? Like how many there are, right? But obviously if it's too much, then I'll just do like 4 maybe instead. And yeah, having these pieces on glass and being able to move these pieces out. So the best way I was able to illustrate it in my notes or my sketches was not in this one, or I have to open that, close that, not in that. Oh wait, no, I think it wasn't. No, that's here, I'm sorry. Was that you can sort of imagine the gray lines are the glass, and this black line is the divider. That's the black solid thing that you see here. That's the divider. So imagine you're looking through this image, right? If I just create that. So if you're looking in this direction, you can see through all of these points, all of these pieces of glass up until here. You can't see that because that's where the divider is. But then someone who is at the art installation, right, who's there viewing this, would be able to rearrange these things. So they would be able to say, hey, I want this layer to be over here. I want to take this. I want to move this over there. And more importantly, I want to take this divider and I want to put that divider like here. So now when you go to view this thing, you then can only see up until here. And all of these are no longer viewable. So that's the idea, you know? It's definitely a bit difficult to explain, and that's something I need to work on for obvious reasons, of terms of just like trying to kind of get the elevator pitch for it, where it's like I can kind of describe it in these sort of 8 to 10 sentences, and you get it pretty well for the most part. But yeah, that's the idea. So that is the idea. So we'll see how it comes out. You know what I mean? I will try to prototype it. Yeah, I definitely plan on making some interesting content with it. When it's all said and done, more than likely. Kind of just talking about the concept in general, the idea that I'm trying to get across. Just talking about, the introduction of AI to the creative space and what it's doing to the creative space, and then utilizing this as the sort of representation at the end of the day, to kind of tie this in. I think that'd be a lot of fun to do. Because I'm pretty bad at recording the progress, because, I mean, other than us streaming right now, but that's not really enough. But I think something at the end of the at the end, when it's all said and done, I'm definitely gonna make some type of video around the idea in general, and then utilizing this as the thing to represent. But I appreciate you. Alrighty, chat. I got 10 minutes before I got class. Unfortunately, I have an art history class to go to, or not go to. It's just on Zoom. But I want to get some food real quick in my system beforehand. But yeah, man. Once again, got some good progress in today. I'm feeling even better. Made some nah, you're not leaving, bro. Should I stream the class once again? Should I stream the class? It'd be funny as fuck, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't even like pay attention to that class either though. Like, let's be honest. She just chats and I'm just doing my own thing, you know what I'm saying? Do it. Oh god, bro, I don't want to get in trouble. No balls. You're right. You're absolutely right. I am petrified. I say this now, but like I feel like maybe if like I have to do like a presentation or something, I'll just stream me talking. You know what I mean? And then after the presentation is done and we're on to the next person, I'll just like end stream. But like I think at some point or another I have to like do a presentation of some kind. So maybe I'll stream me talking and doing my presentation, you know, whenever it's my turn. Plus free tuition. Yeah, you guys get to kind of listen in on some really important art history lessons, you know? The experience would be cool. Yeah, maybe. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, you know? But at least for me, and I know Crypto's the same way. Yeah, history, no matter the version of it, it's just, you know, not really our thing. So for me, like I said, I tune it out. I just get some other stuff done. I already know in my head what I need to get done. I have some work to do, you know. But only like U.S. history. Yeah, surprisingly, that's actually really funny you say that, Cryptic. I was actually, not that I liked it, but that was the only history that I actually did well in. Like, in comparison to the other ones. I feel like I did well in it. I didn't enjoy it, but I actually did well. I was so good at history. I wish I enjoyed it more than I did, to be honest with you. I wish I did. So, but hey, it is what it is. All right, got 8 minutes. Chat, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in with me, hanging out with me. In terms of when is the next design stream, so I still have to make the schedule. So you guys know ahead of time for sure in terms of when I'm streaming on Twitch, when I'm streaming on YouTube. Like I said, design streams are always going to be on YouTube. So if it's in the middle of the day, it's going to be on YouTube. That should help a little bit. But in terms of the day, I have to see what next week is looking like, and take a look at my calendar and stuff like that, because there are some things for work I have to take care of, but we're going to try to get in at least 2, if not 3 design streams in next week. In terms of what we're going to be doing, we're still going to be working on this. We're still going to be working on the thesis project. This is kind of my excuse in a way to help me just kind of get back into the flow of doing design streams and stuff. And so this is a perfect sort of project for me to work on, something that I can show you, because I have some stuff that I'm doing for Saints Media right now that I cannot show you because I want to keep it a secret for now until the time is right. And so obviously I don't want to stream that. And the stuff I do for work is, maybe at some point we'll do it, but it's not really that interesting. But yeah, so we'll probably get like 2 or 3 design streams in next week. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I just have to take a look at my schedule. I will then try to post some type of graphic on socials somewhere and set it so that you guys can see when things are happening. And yeah, that's pretty much it, though. That's all I got. We'll be live, though, later tonight. We're going to be playing the new Call of Duty's coming out. If you guys are into that kind of thing, we'll be live on Twitch playing that once that drops. And we'll be playing that into the weekend, of course, and probably moving forward. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that, feel free to tune in for that stuff. But yeah, that's all I got, man. That's all I got. We'll be working on this stuff again next week, okay? Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you guys later tonight. And if I do not, I will see you guys probably Monday. Monday, I think, will be the next design stream for sure. Okay? Love you. Appreciate you. Take it easy, my guys. And I will see you guys in the next one. Latest. Bye.